Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue with me, RockPaperMario, and we are at the SS Anne and listening to some really pretty music. I love it. Like, I think I talk about this in every LP that I do of this game, of one of these games, but the SS Anne music is just so pretty. This is actually going to take a while, as the SS Anne always does, but then sometimes I get surprised as to how few battles are actually, on the SS Anne. There aren't actually that many, and they're not even really all that challenging, so I'm sure we'll be fine. It doesn't really end up taking as long as I think it will anytime I do it, so maybe we'll get it done in one video, maybe two, who knows. I'm not about to rush things here. I'm going to send out the goddamn Koipu because I wouldn't mind it evolving sometime soon. But yeah, and then I remember when I played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, being in, I think it's in the museum. Do you the museum you can go to in Slateport City? The museum for nautical crap or whatever. The museum for nautical crap. Yeah, that's what it's called. You can go to that museum, and there's a remix of the SS Anne music playing in there, but it's really serene, and it's really slow and just. Oh, I love it. It's just so good. I remember playing it and realizing that and just being overwhelmed. Because I don't know, Generation 3, there's something about Generation 3 that I just love. Now, I know before, and I think I actually said this in my Pokemon Silver LP, but Pokemon Silver was always traditionally my favorite Pokemon game. But the goddamn Koipu is evolving. Silence, please. This is a momentous occasion. Look, it evolved from that cute little mouse into this humongous terror rat. Whatever it's called, the Plague Rat of Doom is what it evolved into. So there we go. There's the goddamn Koipu for you. I think I'm going to work on Oko-san next. Trying to get Oko-san up to level... Is it level 18 that it'll evolve into a Pidgey, I think? But yeah, I remember traditionally I used to always say, oh, well, my favorite Pokemon generation is Generation 2. But there's something about Generation 3, and during the course of my Pokemon Silver LP, I think I started to realize this even, and started to talk more about this. There's something about Generation 3 that I just find, kind of magical. There's just something really beautiful about it. I think part of it is the aesthetic of it. I think part of it is, the aesthetic quality of it, that it just looks so... It's just so much of a ridiculous update, graphically, compared to Generation 1 and 2. And as well, this update, the fact, I remember, Pokemon, TM08, what even is that? Item? Is that, Body Slam? Oh my god, that's actually one of the best TMs in the game. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna use that on. That's the thing with my TMs, I'm gonna have so many Pokemon I'm gonna want to use things on. Is that a Clefairy? Oh no, it's a Wigglytuff. Poo. But yeah, Generation 3, that was one of the games that I was actually involved in, well, not involved in, but what do I mean involved in, the hype coming up to it. But I remember that was the first time that we had the internet, and where you could go on websites, and websites would upload screenshots and would upload new information about it. I remember I was Generation 3 was the first game that I was kind of part of that whole getting hyped up about a game kind of. And I remember just being absolutely wowed by the way it looked, and I remember seeing screenshots of, oh, and if you stand next to the water, you can see your reflection in the water, and if you walk on the sand, you can see your footprints in the sand and all this kind of stuff, and just all of those little touches. And I remember just getting so hyped about it. And what's more, that hype was justified because Generation 3 turned out to be just like Pokemon Sapphire. I ended up falling in love with that game. and ended up spending so much time playing it. Like, and I got it during... I suppose this is a conversation I should be saving for a summertime radness video, really, if I'm going to get wax lyrical about summer days spent playing Pokemon Sapphire. But, like, to cut a long story short, like, Generation 3, it just has something. There's something about the Pokemon in it as well. Like, the Pokemon in it are really cool, too. Of course. Now he sends out this weak thing. I'm actually going to use a potion. I only have one left, but why not? I'd prefer Oko-san to get all the experience. Because, like, at the end of the day, there are other Pokemon I'd like to be using other than just, like, these same ones over and over again. As well as, I kind of wouldn't mind having a couple of strong Pokemon that I can rely on, because, I actually remember at this time I'm going to have to fight a rival battle at the end of the SSN. I'm actually, for once, I'm not going to get, like, shocked and appalled by the fact that I have a rival battle to do, which is usually what happens. Okay, I've been getting really lucky with not getting poisoned by Poison Sting. I know this is, like, really dicey the way I'm playing here. No. Obviously, 2 sand attacks weren't enough. Okay, what will we send out? Well, let's send out our own Beyonce. You think you're a Nidoran female? Bitches, you can't even spell Prague. Like... That video was just ridiculous. I just have to talk about that video again, just in case you guys didn't watch my Poke Park Wii Summertime Radness video. There's this video, and I think it's called How Bad Bitches Travel, or like, you'll definitely find it if you look up How Bad Bitches Travel Shooting Stars. Because what it is it's this video, and it's actually based on a video Nicki Minaj did herself, where she's like, this is how bad bitches travel into Prague and, like, into London and then to Prague or something like that. And then she's like, bitches, you can't even spell Prague like that. And she just, like, turns her back and struts off. Well, like, there's this video that this guy made where it turns that into one of those shooting stars meme videos. And where she, like, blasts off into space. She blasts off into space and then, she blasts off into space, and then she, like, becomes a tornado and destroys the world and stuff. It's ridiculous. You have to watch it. I'm actually going to, like, go back and heal and switch out to Koipu for Bob Pataki, so I'll see you in a sec, guys, okay? Okay, here we are again. So yeah, look up that video. You won't be disappointed. I travel alone on my journeys. Well, no, then you're not alone. Like, if he's saying, like, I travel alone, but I have my trusty $1.25 staff Pokemon with me. That's not traveling alone, that's traveling with your Pokemon, you rube. This Growlithe is gonna kill me. Like, Oko-san just isn't isn't cutting the mustard here. Oko-san is unaffected. What a strange thing to say. I still have my bottle of water here. Now, one thing I'm having to get used to about this bottle of water, which I never conceived, inconceivable, which I never conceived would be an issue, is the fact that this bottle of water, you don't, like, tip it back to drink out of it. There's actually, like, a big straw that goes all the way down to the bottom. So I'm having to get used to the fact that, like, you don't tip it out to drink out of it. Because when I tipped it back to drink out of it, nothing was coming out. There was nothing but was coming out. Word. So I had to, like, and it took me a while to realize why that was. And then I realized it was because of the straw, because obviously, duh, if the straw is up at the top of the bottle where there's no liquid anymore, you're not going to get any liquid out of it. Yeah, we'll switch. We'll Nintendo Switch out to Nancy. Speaking of the Nintendo Switch, I actually brought my Nintendo Switch into my room because I had it in the sitting room on the big television, because when I got it, and I actually got it at launch, and when I got it that night, and it actually was a dark and stormy night. I could actually start the story with, it was a dark and stormy night when Harry went and got his Nintendo Switch. Oh my god, Slash already? That's crazy. Oh my god, I think Sandshrew is going to end up, like, Nancy is just going to end up being the alpha omega of this team between Dig and now Slash. That's ridiculous. Dude, I should have done, I should have bought more potions while I was there. like, in town, while I was all the way back in Vermilion City. What's this? Max Potion, Speak of the Devil. The name sounds good in your ear, but when you hear it you mustn't fear, because his name can be said by anyone. Okay, let's do this. What was I saying? I was talking about something. Probably something inane. As per usual. I was talking about something, I can't remember what. Oh yeah, it was a dark and stormy night when I got my Nintendo... It was a dark and stormy night, you know, like any other night, when I got my Nintendo Switch. And of course, when I was setting it up, I had to hook it up to the big television and like sit back and see the beauty that was Breath of the Wild, and oh my god. I should be using Mr. Byrne for these battles. That's what he's there for. Even though he looks terrible, oh my god, sorry Mr. Byrne. I know you bring us love, but still. I bring you love! So now what I did was I brought it in and hooked it up to... Like, to this television. Do you want to know how many consoles I can see with my eyes, like in one view? I can see a PS2, an N64, a Wii, a Wii U, a Dreamcast, and a Nintendo Switch. All like hooked up to the same television. Like all I have to do, like I have it hooked up, so all I have to do is switch the plugs. It's ridiculous. But yeah, like so I have the Switch on it. I have the Switch hooked up in here now, because like Breath of the Wild, I played it a ridiculous amount. When I had it first, obviously. Oh my god, the Shelder is just adorbs. Like that's the only word for it. Is ADORBZ is the only way to describe Shelder here, and like this Shelder sprite. Mr. Byrne is going ham here. Tentacool. Okay, well that might be a horse of a different color. Even though Tentacool's sprite is really cute as well. See, isn't acid going to be... It's not very effective. You see, I think, like, actually, grass isn't weak against poison in this. Or it does not, like, just not be... Is it just not able to do, like, the like, when they're a dual type, is it not able to process the weaknesses or some shit like that? But yeah, the, oh great, Supersonic. I played Breath of the Wild a lot when I got it, like, for weeks, like, I played it all the time. And then, like, I kind of just took a break from it, and now I'm kind of going back to it again, and just rediscovering all over again, like, how fun it is to play. See, the thing is, like, with Breath of the Wild, like, and I think, and this is why the game suits me so well, I think, like, I didn't really go into it, like, with the... Oh my god. Oko-san, seriously. How much more experience do you need? Okay, I'm gonna, like, just do the switching out strategy, because then what I can do, like, if I'm going to go back to the PC anyway, I can always deposit him and take out Buzzar and work on Buzzar. Then this is going to be the way the rest of the LP is going to be, just so you guys know. Because, like, as much as possible, I'd like to work on the Pokemon on screen, to give them screen time and air time, and give them the chance to, like, how is Shelder faster than me? Like, Shelder is supposed to be a slow coach. Okay, Mr. Byrne, please don't kill yourself here. Of course, Mr. Byrne, I know I'd probably kill myself if I looked like that as well, but still. Let's bring out Timothy. Timothy's falling behind in levels. The reason is, like, Breath of the Wild, the way the game is constructed, suits me so much, because I'm the kind of person I just love wandering around and doing random stuff. So the thing is, like, even though I've racked up, like, a lot of time on it, I've only done, like, the first 2 legendary, or whatever they're called, legendary beasts or whatever. But I've done, like, so much other shit, like, I've done so much, and I can't resist it, like, I just can't resist wandering around, and, like, if I see something, I'm wanting to go there, and wanting to see what's there, and wanting to go to the next shrine and wanting to do the next side quest. I just can't resist it. It's like Wind Waker times 1,000,000 is what it's like. And it's like, you see those mountains, you can go to those mountains. It's ridiculous. And that's why Oko-san is evolving right now. Oko-san is evolving! Pidgeotto's sprite is pretty beautiful in this game, actually. Oko-san evolved into Pidgeotto! So yeah, Pidgeotto, here we go. Yeah, here we go, yeah, here we go, yeah, here we go. How long have we been recording for now? Like 18 minutes or 17 minutes or something? So what I'm going to do, because there's loads of water Pokemon here that Mr. Byrne could level up on, I'm going to finish the end of the video here. And I'm going to meet you back here after healing up, and we'll continue on with the SSN. So thanks a million for watching. See you next time. Bye now.